Hello and welcome back to Thronebreaker. It's been quite some time since I've played this or put out an episode, and that's partially because I had some stuff going on in real life, and partially just because, being honest, I wasn't really looking forward to resuming this. I feel like the game has, at this point, overstayed its welcome, but I am determined to see it through to the conclusion. Hopefully some exciting stuff will happen as the game reaches its finish. Anyway, so currently we are still in Isgith. The exit is presumably somewhere up here, so we're not too far away from that, and hopefully after we leave Isgith that'll bring us to like the last section of the game. Come out wherever you are. A moss-covered boulder protruded from the green, fetid water. The Lyrians breathed a cautious sigh of relief, for perhaps dry land was finally close at hand. However, when they drew closer, they discovered it was no stone at all, but the shell of a monstrous behemoth. Alrighty, so what's this? You spawn an Arrakis hatchling. I don't know what that does, but okay. Let's see. So this is a standard battle, so I do need to prepare for multiple rounds. Keeping 2 adepts seems good in that respect. Keeping Isbel seems less good. Yeah, this guy, he's good. Sure, okay. Whenever an Arrakis appears, strengthen self by 1. And it's got resilience. That's actually pretty annoying. Let's burninate it.
Catch!
Whenever a unit appears on the battlefield, damage it by 1. Well, luckily I have a lot of armor, so not a huge deal. If we can do a little bit of damage to this guy, I can use the Cadaverine to just wipe him and the others as well. But probably not urgent that I do that. Maybe I just play Arnulf.
Blood washes away all shame!
Oh, they damage their own guys too. Nice. Okay, so apparently an Arrakis hatchling is just a 5 cost. Or 5 drop, rather. It's not particularly intimidating. I'm actually almost to the point where I could use this usefully. Let's do that. And I think I'm just gonna add up to myself some more drummers.
Doubt I'll ever pay off these school loans.
Passed. Okay. Well, I guess, yeah, I'll just do this. And use the Cadaverine and win the round. Maybe I should have put Arnulf back into my hand, but it's probably fine. Okay, look at you, you. I guess I'll go ahead and get myself some
As you
more
wish, Gwent.
arbalists. Alright, let's burninate that guy.
I smell a leak.
Whenever it survives an attack. Interesting. Wonder how attack is defined, actually. I assume, like, this is an attack. But the fire is not an attack. This is probably an attack, but, like, I don't know. I could probably just go all in this round. It probably doesn't really matter too much. If I do want to do that, I should play a drummer. Or decoy the bomber. Yeah, actually, let's decoy the bomber. And burninate.
You mad? Don't shake that!
Okay. Let's just play a drummer.
Again and again and again.
I think the fire is counting as an attack against these guys. That could result in them just filling their rows with these little weak 5 drops, though, which could actually be good for me. So,
An army's a waste of time
just
for one
gonna
like me.
bide my time here. Vampire. Back row looks like a good target for Alzur's Thunder. So let's just do that. Not too worried about using the seal because there's so many targets that I'm gonna continue to have show up. I don't think there's any real chance that I don't have something that I can power it up with. Like, look at this mess. And I guess I am powering these things up, but they're not actually getting bigger in general. This guy has gotten a little bit bigger, but like the, well, okay, it says he's at 27, but I think it comes out as a 15, so he's gained 2 points. Like, that's not a big deal. Okay, so yeah, and these things are almost dead. We've only got 3 cards left. So I could shoot for 6 with this Arbalest, which should be enough to set up a kill on this guy. I think I'm down for that. I could also pull. I have Xavier available to refresh these, so I don't mind spending that. Let's see, what have I got that would be useful? I mean, lots of Arbalests, more drummers. But I guess ideally I want to, if I might pull Reynard, so I would like to spend, or get Xavier down before I use them. Yeah, so let's just do this.
Lyria! Ah!
Alright. no more dudes spawning. I think I'm just gonna drop Xavier and then do nothing and let them burn some more.
Get it to work.
Alright. So let's go ahead and let's do this. Let's stack both of Xavier's charges on this guy and then pull up this guy so that if Reynard does get pulled, we get those two back. Arbalest and Isbel. Okay, so we can have a 7 damage Arbalest. Maeve is doing 2 right now. And I think I just want to hit the big resilience guys on the off chance that I actually don't win the round. And Isabel, you can hang out.
I'd
back
hoped
here.
we could solve this some other way.
Drummer and blacksmith. Oh, I didn't think about the fact that I don't have any cards left to use the other drummers. That's actually pretty annoying.
Left, right.
Oh,
left,
but I can
right.
use the... Oh, is it better... Yeah, I think the decoy is what I want to do. Buy myself another turn. Let's do it with Xavier, I guess. So now there's no particular need for me to spend all my resources. So I guess I'll just drop Xavier
Nice cars? No.
and
They
then
don't
turn.
hurt.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to take any more damage, so pop. And I just win. Yeah, sure, fine. We'll just do this. So that it lets me pass. And, yep. These battles are generally too easy at this stage of the game. I shouldn't be winning going away in 2 rounds. That's kind of ridiculous. Just make sure I'm going the right way here. Yep. I guess I could have fast traveled. Oh well. Can I go... I guess I can kind of go up here. I don't think I've been up here. Alright, so there's a puzzle and a treasure chest. Let's get the treasure chest. Apparently I had a key for that treasure chest. Cool, I got a card. Knickers Adventure. Knickers is, by and large, a polite dog who heels, shakes paws, and on good days even sits when instructed to do so, especially when his ears are given a good scratching beforehand. One day, however, Knickers strayed from the Lyrian retinue, lured by an appetizing scent. The wafting aroma led him to a cavern from which not a single light escaped. To enter, or not. He pondered it for a moment, licking his snout and tilting his head. In the end, he decided that the world belongs to the brave. He then let out 2 quick barks and leapt into the dark. So help Knickers reach the end of the cave without turning back and collecting all soup and wine along the way. Use your leader's ability. Okay then. Whoa! Help him reach the end and collect all soup and wine. Alright, there's soup. Stale bones. Shadow. There's a wine. Knickers has no ability. The Duke of Dogs can order Knickers to move to an adjacent vertical or horizontal position. Well, okay. So what? Do I not want to travel through the shadows? Is that the deal? I have 50 moves to get to the end. If I'm understanding this correctly. Oh, can I play? No, I can't. Okay, where? Okay, hold on. End of the cave. Without turning back. Ah, so I have to play him in the bottom row. Oh, and I have to play him exactly there? Like... I don't know what turning back means. Oh, they just block me. Oh man, this is gonna be so slow. That animation speed though, why? Alright, we got some soup. Is this just navigating a maze, then? I guess it is. I mean, so far I've only had one option, but I guess here I'm gonna have two options. Seems like I should go down so that I can circle back and get to here at the end, so I'll do that. Alright, so... Does it matter whether I go down or right? I don't think it does. But maybe it... So if I go down, and then I go this way, and then I go this way, and then I go this way, I mean, that doesn't... Yeah, I don't think it matters, but... Seems like oddly easy. Wait, what?
Hello.
What? Okay, what? But what? I guess that's the end? That's so unclear. Okay. I have to sit through this stupid animation again. Yeah, not a fan of the way that was not conveyed to me. Okay, so... Well, I still have to go down first, because if I go up... But then I... Huh. I go down, I go like this... Yeah, this is... Am I crazy, or is this impossible? You have to come up this way. And now, if you go... No matter which one of these you take, once you go through here, you can't... The other one is a dead end. Collecting all soup and wine. So you have to get them all. And then... Yeah, so whichever one of these you... Oh, I guess you could go this way. No, because then you can't get back to the wine. Oh, yes, you can. No, you can't. You come this way like this. You come down like this. You can get all but the, you know, like, yeah. What if you go like this, 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 this? Oh, that's what you do. Okay. I can maze. Okay, well, it's slightly more interesting than I gave it credit for, but still pretty poorly communicated, and this animation is way too slow for what you're doing. I guess I didn't want to create a whole new animation for just this purpose, but... It also is, like, weird that you basically... You have, like, there's one point at which you have to make an interesting decision and solve the puzzle, and then the rest of it is, like, just clicking, watching that animation to get it to finish. Not the best puzzle in the game, for sure. Huzzah. Okay, what did that do? Did that do anything? I don't know that it did. I mean, maybe it gave me some supplies that I didn't need. I didn't see that happen. Weird. Okay.
In evading Nilfgaard's banners, Meve led her force into Angren's wildest reaches. The foe could not attack the Lyrians there, yet hazards of another sort befell them. One day they reached a quagmire too vast and deep to ford. So the Queen summoned her engineer, Xavier, and called on him to build a makeshift bridge. By nightfall, he had drawn up plans.
We shall start by laying abutments, then drive piles into the mire.
The depth?
We dropped plumb lines. 4 L's.
Confused by the plans, Meve did not see as Xavier slipped a line off his shoulder. By the time she felt it on her throat, she feared it might be too late.
I long awaited this moment, when we would be alone. You die now, Majesty, and with you dies Lyria's, Rivia's, the whole North will to resist. Hail, Ketzer, hail!
What died was the Nilfgaardian rallying cry in Xavier's throat. At the last instant, Gascon and Reynard rushed in to save the warrior queen, and thus proved their loyalty beyond any doubt.
Your Grace! Your Grace!
There was no answer, but Reynard could hear her breathe. Meve would live.
Whoa.
It was several hours later when Meve finally came to. She opened her eyes, then Gascon and Reynard helped her to her feet.
Okay. Yeah, I guess so.
Careful, Your Majesty.
I should have been more careful earlier. Damn it. If you two hadn't...
No need for words. You needn't mention it.
I couldn't disagree more. We're due for a long conversation. First of all, I owe you thanks. Second, my trust in you both has been heavily tarnished. I believe that goes without saying. Yet today you proved beyond all doubt that I can rely on you. So I thank you.
To serve under your banner, Majesty, it is an honor.
Reynard plus.
Likely I'd have put it differently, but Reynard seems to have the right idea.
Very well. We've reassured ourselves of admiration for one another enough.
Nice. I like that.
We've matters to which we must attend. I trust as I lay there dead to the world, you did not sit about with your thumbs up your bums. Have you at least learned why Xavier betrayed us, sided with the Empire?
In a manner of speaking, yes.
Your Grace, the rogue who lunged at you, in truth, was one Gwent ep Luinoch, a Nilfgaardian spy.
Just a moment, that makes no sense. He saved my life in Mahakam, on the bridge.
He did, for he had to.
In one of the letters we found, Ep Dahi orders Gwalter to watch over Elder-in-Chief Hoog. The Scoia'tael in the mountains was sent there by Nilfgaard to recruit dwarves, but their commander, the Vixen, they feared she'd attack Bruva himself, something Eb Dahi wished to avoid.
Naturally. For someone else could seize power, someone not so neutrally inclined. Someone more likely to aid me, gods forbid. This discovery you made how?
With the letters,
We
obviously.
found in his toolbox a concealed compartment, letters inside. Though encrypted, we managed to decipher them. They were the Grey Rider for you to read.
A swine. An Imperial spy in my ranks this whole time. But to wait so long to strike, why?
That's what I'm wondering.
He'd only just received the order. Another letter in the box, signed by General Eb Dahi, stated, "To Gwalter ep Luinoch, eliminate M at first opportunity."
Honourless bastards. They'll stop at nought.
I mean, like, you're not really different in that respect, Meave.
Now, Meave, you'll gain nought by getting riled. No sense to it. This is good news, in fact.
Is that so?
Think. Ep Dahi had a spy in our midst. He knew our movements, had his eye on us, his finger on the pulse. He knew our plans, who we parlayed with, and yet he didn't order your assassination. For you posed no threat. Well, clearly so much changed. Congratulations. Nilfgaard fears you now.
He's got a point.
And rightly so. But we found him in the rubble at Rosberg, midst the ashes.
Precisely what placed him beyond suspicion.
Yeah.
We suspect Gwalter enlisted with the Edanians some years past, infiltrated that army.
He had a hand in Rosberg's defense. Then, when the time was right, he lent that same hand to its demise. Caused an explosion that tore a hole through its walls. It worked, but at a price. He suffered severe burns. If not for our medics, he'd have...
Stop. So it was not elves who brought about the fort's fall as he claimed.
A filthy lie to stoke the fires of racial hatred, to stir conflict and chaos and rage that would make the realm of Edirn waver and fall.
If we're to judge by Rayla's actions, he was rather successful.
Yeah.
Bastard. Yet even so badly hurt, in such pain, not for a moment did he drop his mummer's act.
I've heard much of Nilfgaardian spies, Your Grace. They're trained from childhood, face constant indoctrination. They do anything for the Emperor, anything and everything. As soon as Gwalter spotted a chance to join our ranks, to be at your side, he took it, exploited it ably.
To be brief, I've traitors all about me.
Your Grace, you resent our actions, I understand, but...
You, Willem, the Cad Caldwell, Gascon, Gabor, finally Xavier. Tell me how. How am I to trust anyone?
You can't.
Ha!
Amongst all the realms in the north, you're Nilfgaard's sole rival. One remaining threat. All other rulers, either soundly defeated and enchained, or tails tween their legs, they've donned Nilfgaard's leash. The Black-Clads will do all to destroy you, if not upon the field, then in secret, with an assassin and a quick, sharp blade.
What's left? Prayer? Melitele too is sure to turn and take Nilfgaardian gold sooner or later. Ugh. We've talked enough.
Whoa.
We must form up. Move on.
That clothing change.
Majesty, you ought to rest. You stand swaying. Your step can't be too sure.
Only my horse needs step true.
Maeve, you've just about had the life choked out of you. No time to play the hero.
I'm not Gascon. Quite the opposite, actually. These damn swamps, they terrify me. I wish to get the hell out and never, ever look back.
That's fair.
The Aruga lies near. I sent scouts ahead. They've secured a barge. We can sail to Red Lobington.
What happened to the bridge Xavier was supposed to construct?
Splendid. Sound the horns. We march.
Okay, well, I guess they finished it. Alright, so that... let's see. I feel like they basically did that just because they wanted a way for, like, Gascon and Reynard to prove themselves. I'm not happy about losing the Xavier card, but that's not the end of the world. I do think there was, like, it's a little bit of a stretch, you know, the idea like, oh, they're trained from birth, they're so, you know, effective as spies. I'm like, like, there were no hints dropped whatsoever, so I'm not sure how I feel about that. Translation from Nilfgaardian to Gwalter ep Lindvog. From Duke Ardel ep Dahi, Grand Chancellor, Commander of Army Group East. Eliminate M at the first opportunity. She has ceased to be useful, and it is time to put the Lyrian guerrillas to sleep before they present a true danger to the Empire. Once you've carried out your orders, go to the Rivia Palace dressed as a beggar. There you shall receive further instructions. Okay, so apparently he thought Maeve's forces were useful. Not really clear for what. My deck is short 2 cards. Apparently, Reynard being upgraded caused him to be removed. But let's see what he does. Ooh. Holy crap. Oh. Oh my gosh, that's so good. That is so good. Alright, so we need to add one more regular card. Not that. Guess I could add another bomber. They're pretty good. Blacksmith's also pretty good. Yeah, well, I feel like Blacksmith is mostly just a way to have 2 decoys in my deck, and I can't use it to have 3 decoys, so... maybe I just go Bomber. Achievement unlocked? Oh. I didn't actually realize that the achievements don't get recorded in OBS. That's interesting. Okay. I assume that you can hear the sound, but... yeah, looking at the OBS recording, it didn't look like it was actually showing the little notification pop up. Sure. Boost my morale. Alrighty, this is going to be a point of no return, I'm guessing. section end. 9 out of 9 golden chests found. Amazing. But let me just really quick do this. All areas revealed. Yeah. So, yeah, we're ready to move on.
Sandflies and mosquitoes blanketed Maeve's face and neck. She did not bother to brush them away. She'd been in Angren long enough to know more would come in their place.
Your Majesty,
Reynard called from behind.
our scouts have returned. We've a large force of blackclads on our tail, infantry and horsemen, and they draw nearer.
Blast!
Maeve wiped away the sweaty hair stuck to her brow.
What say you, Reynard? Shall we give them a fight?
We're but a few miles from the river where a barge awaits. It makes no sense to battle now.
Okay.
Though near her strength's end, Maeve stepped up her pace. She could not wait to stand upon a barge deck and leave Angren's infernal bogs behind. Alas, in place of the promised vessel, they found only severed moorings.
No! No, it can't be!
Suddenly, Maeve drove her fist into the trunk of the nearest tree. Fortunately, a soft and rotted one.
This isn't so!
Your Grace, have mercy. I stepped away but for a spell,
Croaked a scout, pale as a ghost.
and thieves jumped out the underbrush. Fell upon it. Whole band of them. A white-haired warrior. A minstrel.
Okay, I was wondering.
What had a bow.
Well, is that all?
Interrupted Gascon.
No vampire sat upon an ass with no saddle? You cocked up, man, damn it. Maeve,
There totally
What
is a
now?
The
vampire.
queen turned back towards the swamp. Between the trees, she glimpsed a golden sun glimmering upon a banner.
We shall discuss that later,
Said the queen, drawing her sword.
provided we survive.
Yeah, okay, finally, that's Geralt. So I've been waiting for that to happen. In one of the books, there's a battle that takes place where Geralt and company, the minstrel obviously being Dandelion, the woman is, what is her name? She's a human archer. Can't remember what her name is, but and then I'm pretty sure Regis is around somewhere too. But anyway, they end up. This is where Geralt ends up getting knighted by Maeve. I don't specifically remember them stealing her barge, but I do remember there being a point where they're like on a barge underneath the bridge. So we'll see how this plays out. Battle of the Yaruga. And so, rather than board the barge, Maeve mounted her horse. Furious with her misfortune, she clenched her jaw and led a charge against the enemy. Should I ever come upon those thieves, she thought, I will have my vengeance. It's also a little weird to think that... I guess the barge must not be big enough for her whole force. Alright, so what do we got? Nilfgaardian Colonel. For every 2 cards played, draw a card. Wow, that's really strong. Holy crap. These are the guys that... Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay, we're gonna burninate that guy for sure. I don't think I want Isabel yet, although she's gonna be pretty good here, but... That looks pretty good. I'd love to have Reynard in hand, but... Maybe I should actually mulligan a drummer. Yeah, I think I... okay.
Order!
Everyone, rally to me! Drive them back!
Alright, so we're just gonna burninate here.
I smell a leak.
Gotta get these cavalry veteran dudes out of here. I mean, I guess Doesn't really matter whether I... Well... No, but I want to get the fire damage up earlier.
You mad? Don't shake that!
Life is mine now.
Okay, so pretty soon it'll be just down to this guy who is only boosting himself, not damaging my dudes. So I guess we'll play Arnulf.
Tomorrow I drink with our forefathers!
They're gonna kill that guy. That's okay though. Alright, so we can do 4 damage. Probably want to just kill this Arbalest and go ahead and let these guys power up. I mean, well, they gain more than the damage they take from the fire, but... And then then there's the question of what to play. And I could just decoy the bomber if I don't want to adept bombers, which I probably don't. I guess I could also just hit this guy. Although, actually, I think their ability triggers before this fires off, so... Maybe it's better to hit this guy. Yeah, let's do that. And yeah, I'll go ahead and decoy the bomber, I think. Or, well... I could also play the adept now and then decoy the bomber later. Yeah, let's do that.
As you wish, milady.
More drummers.
Wise choice.
That way maybe they'll do some more damage to this guy. Alright, so we can kill this guy at the cost of powering up these armored cavalry some more. It's probably worth it. I could also just Alzur's Thunder up front here. I like that. Although, no. That'll knock each of these guys down to 1. This guy will be fine. We want to hit this guy for 4, and then we can seal both of these guys, and these guys will be super powered up. In the process, I'll have used 3 orders, so that's... maybe I should care less about the damage coming out from these guys, and just do the zap this turn. Like, use this guy, and then these guys are likely to die to fire damage. Save the seal. Yeah, I think I can... behind that.
Order!
Okay. I think this turn maybe I just don't bother to use Arnulf. It's not really accomplishing much of anything. I'll decoy the bomber. So many of those guys. He can't have more than 5 of them in his deck, right? It's like 4 Arbalists, 2 Armored Cavalry, 1 Armored Cavalry Veteran. Let's see, so 5 Armored Cavalry and 4 Black Infantry Arbalists. So you would hope. Now the question is, do I want to try to fight to win this round? I think so. I mean, I guess I could wipe the 2 of these guys with the Runestone. That actually seems pretty okay. I mean, the Runestone can set up the Sea Hill. If I pass, there's some chance that I just win the round from burning stuff unless he plays another card, which is another consideration. I mean, I'd have to hit 3 out of 4, which is, you know, it's like 50-50 odds that I do that, ish. I guess actually the 2, they gain 2 health and 2 armor each. Maybe I should use the Sea Hill to kill. I don't know, that probably won't work. 2 health and 2 armor. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna pass. Burn, burn, burn. No! Ah, come on. What? Oh, it's a 1 round? How did I not notice that? Oh man, I'm an idiot. Okay, well that changes things. Alright, in that case I want his spell. We are gonna mulligan these Arbalists. This guy's good. I think I do mulligan Reynard. Need more drummers. Maybe I mulligan Arnholf. I mean, well, I really need bombers. Like, Arnholf is pretty bad against those Alba dudes. Three drummers. I think it's too many. Oh, I need Wagenberg. Okay, there's a bomber.
Wise choice.
Hey.
Everyone, rally to me! Drive them back!
Okay, I think I'm actually going to burn the front row first this time so that these guys just die in like 2 turns. I don't have to worry about them anymore.
I smell a leak.
Even though these guys are in the back are healthier. Yep, and they're out. In 1 turn, actually.
Order! You mad? Don't shake that!
Rip bomber. Luckily, I don't need him anymore. Okay, so maybe we now generate some more drummers while we wait for them to burn
As
some
you wish,
more.
lady.
Life is mine now.
Okay, this could be a good time for Alzur's Thunder. Is that doing more damage than Cadaverine? Oh, they can't target the Adept. That's pretty amusing. So, Cadaverine is essentially doing... Well, if I'm willing to give these guys a boost, I could use the Seal to tap this guy and then have the Cadaverine do effectively 28 damage, which is more than the 20 of Alzur's Thunder, but maybe not as much as I might be able to get out of it later. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Thunder. Well, no. Getting all of these guys out, including their charges, seems pretty big. And because I'm gonna need to start playing the drummers soon. I mean, I can play the Blacksmith. Blacksmith Cadaverine actually seems like it's really good though, so maybe that's what I should be aiming to do. Alright, yeah, let's tap. And 1, 2, 3. Boom.
Wise choice.
Alright, I guess I have to play a drummer at this point.
Again and again and again.
Alba!
Just play another drummer. Probably.
Arm is a waste of time for one like me.
Yeah, get out of here, you. Okay. I could just pour the runestone onto this guy. Or chip him for like a little bit. Well, I'm running low on cards, the problem. It's dangerous to play Isbell. I don't want to play Blacksmith yet. I don't want to use orders yet. Not until these guys get thinned out. How many? Just armored cavalry, armored cavalry, armored. Okay, so he definitely has more than 5 armored cavalry in his deck. Ugh. Yeah, pretty bad timing. Maybe I use the Runestone to finish this guy off. Set up a better Alzur's Thunder. Maybe this guy will die. Yeah, alright.
Nice, Tedatu.
The highest ally's power is odd, boosted by 5. Alright. So, Isbell should be a safe play at this point.
I'd hoped we could solve this some other way.
Yeah, alright. We're getting there. I could actually almost board wipe him with Isbell right now. This guy would power up and then it probably wouldn't quite wipe him, but... And then I might pull Decoy with the Blacksmith just to have an extra card available to play. I mean, I need to Basically, the problem is I need to pull with the drummers, like, now. I mean, I guess if I pull... No, he's gonna go up to 6. If I pull an Arbalest... Stupid jerk. I mean, if I get lucky, Isabel wipes him. So maybe that's what I go for. Oh. He just dies. Awesome. Oh, and I just timed out his ability because of all those pikemen getting wrecked. That's amazing. Alright, well, I guess... What do I even do now? I guess I could use blacksmith, decoy blacksmith. That seems like the best thing I can do. Like, it doesn't make sense to pull now. I mean, even if I'm just gonna pull. Well, I mean, he's only gonna play one more card anyway. Probably just one, but. Let's just do this. Drummer and Reynard.
Left, right, left, right.
We must trust each other.
Okay. So now I could decoy Reynard. Seems alright.
Hey, don't toss that. It's perfectly usable.
Hail Kerzer!
Yep. Alright, we just win.
Your Grace, that was but their vanguard.
Yeah.
Near the battle's end, Meve faced a black-clad officer. Nimbly dodging his strike, she countered. The Queen's sword sank deep, the hilt rattling his breastplate. A rush of hot blood covered Meve's hands. The winged helmet toppled from the officer's head, exposing a sweaty face, gasping for breath.
Nin! When?
Before the Queen stood a ruddy-haired boy with long eyelashes. He was Willem's age, perhaps a bit older. His body slumped, then disappeared beneath the malodorous foam atop the murky waters. Meve cast away her sword as if it had burned her hand.
Majesty, what is it? Are you hurt?
Reynard said, rushing to her side.
No, I'm not. It's fine. Give the order to march. With no barge, we must walk to Red Lobington along the riverbank.
Your Majesty, we must tend to the wounded. Use the rest of the day, I wager.
We ain't time enough for that.
Interjected Gascon.
That was but the vanguard sent in pursuit to slow us down. And even so, they outnumbered us 2 to 1. What happens when the main force arrives? We must flee. Now.
And abandon the injured, to bleed to death in the mud.
Alas, Reynard, yes. Unless you'd rather we stayed and died with them.
I don't even know what, like... Let's see if we can be a good person.
Gascon is right. Should Nilfgaard close the distance between us, we'll stand little chance.
Whew. At least you've the sense to...
But I would sooner perish than let my men rot in this accursed
Gaston's like,
swamp.
damn it.
The medics will tend to all the wounded. Then, what will be, will be.
I tell you what'll be.
Snarled Gascon.
Ep die, he'll take a butcher's hook and gut you. Then hang you from Lyria capital's walls. Yet, if this be your wish...
Meve waited for the medics to sew the last stitch, tie off the last bandage. Only then did she order her force to move out. At the column's end, upon stretchers, lay those without the strength to walk, consumed by fever, dazed or unconscious, dying. Fatigued and laden with the wounded, the Lyrians moved slow as molasses. Soon, Nilfgaard's forward elements had caught up. The Blackclads nipped at the Lyrian's tail with arrow volleys from the cover of trees and occasional forays by cavalry. They were in no hurry. They could torment their foes, weaken their spirit before the final clash.
Yeah, okay. So that's going to do it for this episode. Next episode, hopefully, Geralt is finally going to show up. And I am looking forward to that. Till then.